All right, this week's artist of the week, we will talk about Yayoi Kusama, who is a Japanese artist, and she's still alive, from what I know. And her work is kind of mystical and a little abstract. This is just a painting by her, but she's a little bit more well known for her installations. And here's another painting, which we'll get to. And you'll see through her art that there's lots of dots, and I'll explain why. But again, okay, here's an example of an installation. So installation art is something that we haven't really looked at yet. And it's basically like you install your art into a whole room where you can experience from like floor to ceiling kind of and wall to wall art. So it's big like real life art that you can step into and kind of experience rather than just kind of staring at a wall. Okay. Now, at a younger age, Yayoi started having hallucinations. And so she kind of started seeing these fields of dots. So that's why these are so involved in her work. And to her, they symbolize kind of like the infinity of the universe. Because I think when she hallucinates, she just kind of, if you've ever almost fainted, you'll see that you kind of lose your vision and everything seems really, really bright and kind of spotted. So I'm guessing that that's what she kind of sees when she hallucinates. And that's why she chooses to put this into her art rather than shying away from any of this like kind of mental instability she's having by hallucinating. She puts it into her art instead. We'll take a look at this. This is really cool. This is an installation called Infinity Mirrors, and it's quite mystical and magical and really cool to experience. And it was in San Francisco. I don't think it's there anymore. But basically, it's a wall of mirrors, and she installs these lights into them. And also sculptures and stuff. And of course, we have her dots as usual. But it creates infinity of what you're seeing. So it looks like these fields of these sculptures where the lights go on and on and on. You can actually like look into the room like that. If you ever get a chance to see something like this or experience it, I recommend going to it. It's really fantastic. And the mirrors just create reflections off of reflections off of reflections, and that's why the reflections never stop, and that's why it looks like it goes on forever. So if you ever get to check out anything like this, not just by Yayoi Kusama, but by anybody, I recommend it. All right. Now, I'm leaving another video for you to check out. We'll watch this in class. But for now, we'll talk about Yayoi Kusama. So yes, she's a little bit more of an installation artist, but she's a painter and sculptor as well. And at 10, she started having those hallucinations and seeing bright lights and dots. So she chose to put those into her work rather than running away from it and being scared of it. She kind of just expressed it in her work. What's really kind of cool about her is she actually lives in a hospital. She does, suffer from having kind of a difficult brain. So she does actually live in a mental hospital, and she like leaves during the day, goes to her studio, like paints and makes art all day long, and then just goes back to the mental hospital at night. So that's pretty much it. She's an interesting person. If you ever get to see her stuff in real life, go for it. That's it for today. And you get to write your little summary about Yayoi and answer a question about her for your assignment today in Canvas. So we'll start that now.